Silent Hill doesn't have it.
Well, no, it does. But what Konami's doing with it now is not it.
But everyone acts like, oh, if only we got another Silent Hill game. And what Konami is doing now is terrible. But there are also a ton of Silent Hill games released that seemingly no one really cared about. Some of which were actually made by Sam Barlow, the creator of Immortality and Telling Lies and Her Story. So there was some creativity behind it at the very least. And I don't think his games were poorly received, but they weren't met with this ravenous fan base that allegedly exists for this series.
I mean, fun fact, Sam Barlow, I know he at least did one Silent Hill game, and I didn't think it got amazing reviews. I think it had a cult following, but he specifically said, and recently too, because of the project C and D he's working on, one of the two projects is like he's doing more of in his corner of like games like Her Story, Immortality. Another one is he's trying to get back into the scope of like doing what he really wanted to do with that Silent Hill game. It's a survival horror game. But he went on to say that like there were a lot of limitations of like the ideas he had for that game were restricted to hardware and not fully realized. And he thinks now they're at a point where he could do the stuff he wants to do, and confident to try again at that. So stay tuned for that. That we might see a fully realized survival horror Sam Barlow game in the future. So cool. If Silent Hill doesn't deliver, guys, stay tuned for that.
We then got a look at Silent Hill 2 remake, the remake done by Bloober Team. And Peter, do you want to make an announcement here, or do you?
Yes, I do, because James doesn't support his friends, and Joe, by the time you're listening to this, it'll probably be too late. I have counterpicked Silent Hill 2 remake from James because I think it looks so bad, and I think Konami's going to realize it looks so bad that they're going to delay the game because this game has to be good.
I thought the animations for the shooting looked terrible.
Also, why is there so much? Again, none of us ever. Mark, have you ever played Silent Hill?
Nope, never played a single
Owen, have you?
one.
I have not.
So none of us have played Silent Hill, but I've never heard that Silent Hill is an action-heavy game, and there was so much action in this game. Like, you aren't Resident Evil. Why are you showing us so much action? I thought Silent Hill was supposed to be more of a psychological thriller. This doesn't look very psychological.
I'm interested. I just looked it up, how much a Silent Hill 2 PS2 copy costs. Apparently it's $150.
Because it's an incredibly well-regarded game.
Maybe I won't be playing this on my CRT. But I've always been interested just because it's so well-regarded, but I don't think I would necessarily like the game. And this remake seems very uninspired. I'm sorry, Silent Hill fans, but I don't have very much hope for you. Mark, did you leave with any significant thoughts on this remake?
Absolutely not. No, I look at it and be like, I will trust people who say this is great, but there's never a time where I'm like dying. Like, if Silent Hill 2 was made in VR, I would feel differently about this, but as it is, no, it's not doing anything for me.